You should restart your timer. That way we know where it's at.
I'm going to.
That way we can see. See now we don't know how many minutes we went. What I'm saying is, once you hit the record button, I could have been like click and hit your timer, and we would have known exactly when 30 minutes was. That you know what I'm saying?
Oh yeah, I see what you're saying. Well,
now we don't. Now it's 30 seconds. Wait to the minute. Once I get to.
Hey, this is Joe and Tom from Drunkeness.
Another funky funk drunk episode coming to you courtesy of Drunkeness. Anything in life sport could have been ahead of you. Tom and Joe from Drunkeness.
Join us every week on YouTube, Instagram, Facebook, and Spotify.
Yeah. Podcast that's about anything and everything under the sun.
Check it out.
Joe's drunk.
Yeah, we both are fucking drunk.
Stop it. Alright. Hey, what up, y'all? This is Drunk on the Sun with Joe and Tom! And we're back with that funky drunk shit coming in with you every week. Here on Drunk on the Sun. You know where we're at. You know what time it is. It's whatever. So sit back, relax, get drunk with us, right?
Hell yeah.
Alright. So tonight, what we're going to do is we're going to talk a little... People are going to make fun of this, but I don't give a fuck.
You think so?
Yeah, because it's Disney. We're going to talk Disney movies. Some of our favorite Disney movies. There's a lot I like, man.
Oh, yeah.
And I can't tell you if I like more animation more than live action Disney movies. Because there's a fuck ton of both.
Yeah, there are.
Right? And there's so many different... And Disney's another one that does different genres and shit.
Oh, yeah.
You know what I mean? Like... They do action movies and shit like that. They do inspiration movies and shit like that. So, with me, I'll go to some of my... I'm going to start off with animation because everybody knows animation's what Disney's backbone.
Exactly.
It's the backbone.
That's what
Steamboat Mickey, right?
Yeah. Oh, yeah.
Backbone. One of my favorite Disney cartoons, and anybody... You need to watch this fucking movie. I love it. Robin Hood. The Fox, Robin Hood, the cartoon. That shit is great. The music in it is so fucking good, dude. Yeah. It's got, what's his name? Something Cook, I think. But he's just fucking... It's like he does banjo shit. And fucking... And it plays so good with the medieval Robin Hood stealing from the rich, giving to the poor shit. It's like you feel that this cartoon... Because I was poor, right? And I didn't realize I was poor until about 5th, 6th grade. 5th, 6th grade is when I realized, I'm poor. I can't have Jordans. Like, that shit ain't happening. You know what I mean? And I was like, I love that concept. So I had to watch Robin Hood all the time. Like, watch this cartoon. Fucking loved it. And I was like, man, I wish there was a maid marrying around here. You know? But, I just loved Robin Hood. That one was so good. Like I said, the music was phenomenal. The animation, I still love this day. I think it's fucking great. And that's something I love about Disney cartoons. Yeah. I know I interrupt you. But to get off just one of my favorite Disney cartoons, which is Robin Hood. Disney itself with the cartoon aspect, like Robin Hood, Bambi, Snow White, Lion King, all those animations. To me, what's crazy, especially in the latter years, with those animations, is the people who voiced those things, they made them look like those people. Yeah. You know what I mean? Like, the genie looked like Robin Williams from Aladdin. Yeah. You know? And same with the animals. Like, the animals, like Bambi and shit like that, all them animals look like they had real personality, and they fucking... It popped, you know what I mean? And I was always fascinated with that with Disney movies. Like they looked like the people portraying them, and it was like that's what it really looks like. You know what I mean? Yeah. And they had this one similar look to them, like you knew that was a Disney animal, Disney character. You know what I mean?
Oh yeah, just by the look. But would you say Robin Hood would be your favorite?
It's one of my favorites.
One of your favorites.
I have many different favorites with Disney because I got a few of them. Yeah, like.
But is it in the top?
Top 5.
Top 5.
Yeah, I would say top 5.
I like Beauty and the Beast.
That's in my top 10, though.
That's in my top 5.
That's in my top 10, though. That's good.
We got man, I blanked on them. Beast.
You probably like fucking
I like
Cinderella. Cinderella's in my top 10 though too.
I liked Beauty and the Beast. I just had it. Crap.
You said Lion King.
Lion King.
Yeah, that was in my top 5 too.
Yeah, the top 5.
Fucking amazing. And I'm talking about the original Lion King, the cartoon.
The original, yeah, the cartoon, the animated cartoon, not the computer animated lions.
Anyways, yeah.
Yeah.
Those animation movies are fucking badass. Like Fox and the Hound.
Yes.
Fox and the Hound is.
This is one of my early favorites because I was a kid. Cartoon animals, I like the animals.
Exactly.
But I didn't like it once I got to an adult because then they started being rivals and shit.
Well, the thing that I saw with Fox and the Hound as an adult was you can see it's very leaning anti-hunting. Like you can see that because the lady befriends the fox.
Yeah.
And the one guy's an asshole.
Yeah.
But he loves killing shit, right?
Okay, yeah.
He loves killing it. And he wants to kill the thing that this lady raised, and now it's got to go because he's going to die. You know,
yeah.
It's very anti-hunting. But and then also, it's a very good story about friends.
Yeah.
About how you can overcome your prejudices.
Yeah.
And be friends.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? And that's why Fox and the Hound is phenomenal.
I think that's why I didn't like the end of it so much when I was a kid because I didn't get all that. You know.
See, I got it even then as a kid, man. I loved it. And that's why. Because he stepped in front of the fox like, shoot me, motherfucker.
Yeah.
Like, you're going to kill someone, kill me then. You know? That's my dude.
Yeah, I mean...
And you didn't get that as a kid, but you liked it now. But you appreciate it now.
Yeah.
But see, what's cool is when you watch it with your daughter, you can explain that part to her.
Yeah.
You know
if she needs it, she's probably way smarter than I am. But, but yeah, Fox and the Hound was in my top 5. And Beauty and the Beast as well. I don't know. I like the Beast.
I do too.
Beast is a big selling point for me.
That's my selling point with it too. Yeah.
Beast is cool. I wish he never turned into a man. Do you ever notice all the sequels are the Beast? You don't see that guy anymore.
Really? They have sequels?
They have sequels, but they're prequels. Is what they are. That's what they market them as. But
I didn't know that.
They're after. They have like a couple of different movies, but it's all the Beast still. It's not that guy.
Well, because the Beast is badass.
I know, right?
Like, Beast is like... But, like, that character is dope to me. Because he's like... He's a fucking... He knows everything that happened to him is his fault.
Yeah.
But he's, like, so, like, fuck myself. I'm going to take my anger out on everyone else. Like, fuck people.
Yeah.
You know? But he knows deep down, like... Man, these people would be normal if it wasn't for me.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like, that's a powerful character.
Yeah.
You know, especially when he starts sacrificing himself. And then he realizes, like, maybe I do have more to offer.
Yeah.
You know, I'm not as hideous as I believe I am. Because he's very vain as well.
Yeah.
You know, that's part of his reasoning of self-hating, self-loathing, you know, is because he used to be beautiful. Now he's not. And it's all his fault.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Yeah, that Beauty and the Beast is a shit. Like, that's in my top 10.
Yeah.
That's in my top 10.
I don't know why, but it's my favorite Disney movie. It's my very favorite.
It's very good though, man.
It is good.
Like the music, the fucking the scenes, the color, everything about that movie is fucking excellent. I mean, I've watched the live action, and see what kills me is all the remakes of live action have been identical to the fucking cartoons.
Yeah.
But I still like the cartoon versions more. The Lion King.
I haven't seen that one.
The Lion King, I know why I like it more. Is because the animated version is more intense and it's more impactful than the live action one. Because, like, when Mufasa dies...
Oh, yeah?
Dude, I cry to this day when Mufasa dies, right?
Yeah.
But when he died in the remake, he died the same way.
Yeah.
But the herd was just like, really? That's what he died from? Like, I think Mufasa could have survived that, you know? But the herd in the cartoon, you're like, oh, fuck no, that dude gone.
You're right.
You know what I mean? Like,
I haven't seen the scene in the live action.
Oh, it's not the same. If you put those two scenes, and granted, they are the identical scenes.
Yeah.
Like, from Simba on the tree, like, what the fuck? And he's like, fuck! You know what I mean?
Yeah.
From that to Mufasa being carried away, by Gazelle, by the Wildebeest.
Yeah.
It's identical, but it's just not the same. Like, it's not the same. And you're like, what the fuck? How can you do the exact same shit and not be the same reaction? Right? I should have the same reaction.
Yeah.
I cry.
Maybe even more so to the realistic shit. Maybe.
Yeah, but I don't. I don't. The cartoon makes me cry more. And the live action was just like, alright, whatever. Now, I will give the live action this. When I watched it in theaters, I took my daughter to watch it because I watched the original, the animated one, in theaters as well.
Yeah.
And it was fucking phenomenal. So I was like, this is going to be just as good. Because I had high hopes.
Yeah.
I'm like, because all I heard was, it's the same movie. I'm like, well, fuck, this is going to be a great movie.
Yeah.
Right? It's going to be the same movie. It's the same movie, but it's not the same movie. Right?
Yeah.
So, but I did shed a tear in the theaters at the part where there's a part in Lion King, they do it in both movies, where Mufasa explaining the stars are past kings.
Yes.
Right? And if you have never seen Lion King before, you have no idea what's next. And what's next follows that scene is the death of Mufasa. You know? So I'm watching it, and it did strike a chord, because I knew what was next. I knew what was next. Yeah. So I'm like, it was heartful at that point. But still not as good as the anime, which boggles my mind.
That is weird. I mean? I'll have to check it out because I haven't seen it. I have seen the Jungle Book.
And I liked the Jungle Book.
Jungle Book, that was a good one.
It was badass. Now, they added some new shit to it.
Yeah.
That weren't in the original animated.
Yeah.
The Jungle Book is in my top 10, for sure.
Yeah.
Because that movie, bro, I watched that movie all the time as a kid.
Yeah.
That one, 101. I keep calling it. Everyone's like, what is 101? It's 101 Dalmatians, bitch. I love that fucking movie. But the animated one.
Yeah.
I don't like the live action 101 and 102. They're just stupid. But that was before. Yes.
That was back in the day. That's not now. But do you think they'll do it?
I think so.
You think?
I think I've heard they are. I heard Scarlett Johansson's playing Cruella de Vil. It's got to be the hottest Cruella de Vil I've ever seen. You know. But yeah, anyway. Those are badass. Now, here's another one I know you love. And this is in my top 10. But I have to put them both together because it's one's a sequel and one's not a sequel, and I like both of them equally. So I'm putting them in the same slot in my top 10. Okay. Which is The Rescuers and The Rescuers Down Under.
Oh, those are good.
Bad as fuck.
I wasn't even thinking of those when I did my top 5 earlier.
Oh,
great movies.
Not, though?
Great movies, though. I love those movies.
Awesome, dude.
I remember watching those. I had both VHS tapes of Rescuers and Down. I think I got Down Under first, though.
Probably because
it
Down Under
when we were kids.
Because Rescuers we were kids, but it was when we were like little kids. Yeah. And then Down Under came out when we were like
we could watch
it and like knew what was going on. Type shit. Yeah. But the Rescuers.
I can't remember much about
the Rescuers. They were rescuing a girl.
Yes.
A little girl, and they were fucking and it had a fucking albatross in it, but it's not Dom DeLuise who plays him. It's somebody else. Can't remember who. But it is still what's his fucking name? Bob Newhart. It's still and Eva. She was in Green Acres.
Oh man, yeah.
She was in Green Acres. Can't think of her name. She had a twin sister, and the twin sister is the one who was with Donald Trump, and then the other chick was not. I want to say Eva Longoria, but it's not.
She's not that old.
No, it's not that old. But that Rescuers and Rescuers Down Under were badass, and then Bob Newhart was the voice of the lead guy.
Yeah, the
lead mouse. I can't remember. I haven't seen it in a while. But as a kid, now as a kid, I did watch Down Under more than I watched the Rescuers, and I think that was because I would get my movies from relatives.
Yeah.
They let me borrow movies, and my one relatives had Down Under. Then I'd have to get the Rescuers from like the library or the video store at the time. But the Down Under was badass because Dom DeLuise was a big ass albatross, and it was in Australia, and it was so fucking badass. Because I loved Australia at that time. I was into Crocodile Dundee, I loved it, and fucking... And Rescuers Down Under was the fucking shit. Just everything about it. They had the music was badass in it. The action, the story was tight. Like, it was just fucking cool. They had a giant fucking eagle in it.
Yeah.
Oh my god, man. That's my top 10.
Those are top 10.
It really
what about
is.
Aladdin?
Aladdin, yes. Aladdin for sure. Aladdin for sure. Yeah, tell us about Aladdin. Joe has history with Aladdin.
Well, I don't really have a lot of history with Aladdin. My biggest memory of Aladdin, though, would be coming off the school bus and getting to about the porch of my house and hearing Arabian Nights playing in the living room with my brother in there watching Aladdin. Every day, get off the bus, Arabian Nights!
In Arabian days!
Oh my goddamn. And I think that's why I don't like Aladdin enough to be in my top 5.
Really?
I think that's why. Because it is a good
But it is in my top 10. I love that.
It would probably be in my top 10.
You know what's going to happen by the end of this video? Every Disney movie is going to be in my top 10.
Yeah. We don't know, but there's only 10.
There's only 10. Yeah. But anyways, go ahead. I'm sorry. I cut you off.
No, that's alright. But that's the biggest memory. But I like it. It's a great story. Has awesome animation. I mean, I think that's one of the first ones where they did like a hybrid, like computer animation because the tiger head's
I think so. Yeah.
Well, I think Beauty and the Beast had some too.
I believe so. I think you're right.
But it was just on the dawn of like merging.
Yeah, I know they did something like newer at that time. Yeah, I think you're right.
So but that memory just spoils it for me. My brother watching it day in, day out. Like,
it's so funny.
But I did the same thing with Beauty and the Beast, though.
Yeah, you probably watched it day in, day out.
Yeah, I know.
So every time every time your brother hears, "Be my guest, be my guest," he's like, "Fuck!"
Yeah, you're probably right.
He's mad. He's like, "Fuck this guest shit." He's like, "We're gonna be in Arabian Nights in this bitch."
Yeah.
You know, he's probably the same thing. But yeah, Beauty and the Beast is my top 10. That Aladdin, I love Aladdin though, but that's another. I don't want to get on versus because I could easily go on a versus of animation versus live action. I've seen Aladdin live action a few times, and the only reason I've seen it a few times is my daughter loves Aladdin. She loves it.
Oh yeah.
But I convinced her to watch the animation more.
It's the same thing, but better.
It is. Now, what I will say about the new Aladdin movie is the chick who plays Jasmine. Mm-hmm. Fuck. Like, I don't know what they drew her out of, but it's like, fuck, dude. She is, like, she's worth the watch. So that's why I tolerated it. The first time I watched it, I'm like, okay, it's just like Lion King. This is going to be like Lion King. And then Jasmine walked in, I'm like, who this? I'm like, this is Jasmine? I gotta see her all the movie? Okay.
That would be a plus.
It was a plus. Anyways, now without my perv talk, so we went on fucking. We're on Disney still, Tom. Yeah. Anyways, fucking yeah, dude. I there's a good movies though. Fucking Aladdin is this shit. Beauty and the Beast. You already said that one. That one's so fucking good. Of course, like I like Cinderella. I do like Cinderella. And the reason I like Cinderella, I hate mice in real life. I fucking hate them. And I hate rats. But in Cinderella, I like the mice. I think they're fucking funny.
They're cool.
It's
yeah,
pretty. It's fucking, and it's a tragic tale. Like she's gotten beaten up her whole fucking life, and she finally has a chance to fucking change her life. And the people who keep beating her up don't want her to fucking be able to change her life. I think it's a cool story, and I like Cinderella. I think that's a pretty good one.
It's a pretty good one. I haven't seen Cinderella forever, though.
I just watched it about a month ago. Because my daughter wanted to watch the live action one. And I'm like, no, let's watch the animated. It's better. And she watched, and she likes the animated better now.
So, Cinderella is the one where the witch turns into a dragon at the end? Or is that
that's Sleeping Beauty.
That's Sleeping Beauty.
That's where Maleficent comes into play.
Yeah.
And I was never a big Sleeping Beauty fan. Like, I watched it a couple times when I was a kid. But I wasn't real big into it. I'm like, man.
What happens at the end of Cinderella then? What?
Cinderella, she gets married. She gets the prince takes her because
it's not a real bad guy.
Yeah, her stepmother.
Oh, the stepmom. Okay,
that's the bad guy. The stepmom, the stepsisters, and the cat.
Yeah.
The cat trying to eat everybody.
Yeah.
And the mice are like, "Fuck you!" And they're like, "Fucking with this cat." Fucking love it. Like, "Fuck you, cat!" And like fucking her there. And it's so fucked up because like this bitch fucking she married Cinderella's dad.
Yeah.
For the money.
Exactly.
And then fucking Cinderella gets treated like shit because her dad's gone.
Yeah.
You know. So this other bitch has her other two kids and fucking, and she locks her away and shit and doesn't let her, like, she does all of her chores. She gives her some impossible tasks to do. And Cinderella's like, "I'll fucking do it to go to this ball." And she does it. And she has this homemade thing made by mice and birds. This homemade dress made by mice and birds. It's fucking awesome. I think a horse has to play with it. A dog does too. So they come and they help her out with this dress. And then she finally gets to go, but her step-parents are like, "Nope! You took all of our old shit that we didn't want. Now we want it back. Because you look better in it than we did." Smash, 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 smash. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
It's like, how can you not feel for that? Like, you'd be like, "You fucking bitches." Like, if I was Cinderella at that point, I would take my fucking broom that I just got done sweeping the fucking floor, which is thousands of acres of floor, right? Thousands of acres of floor that she got swept. If they tore my shit like that, I'd be like, "Listen here, motherfuckers, it's over now." Start cracking heads. Like, I'm tired of this shit. My dad's dead. What do I got to lose? You already treat me like shit? And just beat the fuck out of him. Right? Why does Cinderella not do that? You have mice on your side. You have birds that help you make a dress. You'll be alright. Right? And then she finally gets to go to the fucking... And then her fairy stepmother shows up. It's like, "Hey, sorry I'm a little late from letting your stepmother beat your ass. But I'm going to turn all your friends, which are animals..." You know, she has no friends. Yeah. Her only friends are animals. Mice. You shit on her probably. Like, she's probably asleep and the mice probably shit on her face. Because that's what mice do. Right? She probably wakes up like, "Oh, I felt something last night. I don't know what it was." This mice like, "You want to feed me now?" It's like, "Yes." And the mice like, "Stupid girl." Stupid girl. She feeds us and we shit on her. And then the other mouse is like, "I don't think that's right." And the other mice is like, "Man, look at her step-parents. They treat her like shit." Right? She finally gets to go to the fucking ball. She can only be there. What's fucked up, this is even more fucked up in Cinderella, in my opinion.
Yeah.
It's a fairy stepmother, the fairy godmother comes, grants her these wishes.
Yeah.
Right?
She does.
Why the fuck do you put a time limit on wishes? It's like Cinderella, you can have some fun, the best time of your life, but it's for this amount of time.
Yeah.
If I was Cinderella, I'd be like, fuck. By the time I travel there, because does the travel time cost? Like, how long does it take to get to the palace? You know what I mean?
Yeah, it probably does though.
So now she's like, "Hurry up, horse that used to be a dog. Because we gotta be at the palace. By the time we get to the palace, I have 3 hours. 3 fucking hours. You see the line out there? I gotta make this prince dance with me. And in glass shoes. She gets her glass shoes. Like, how uncomfortable. It's some high heels, glass. Every chick I've ever talked to, they hate high heels.
Just regular ones, not made of glass.
Not made of glass. So what happens if, like, a rock accidentally hits part of the glass? It shatters.
Yeah.
It's like she's gotta walk so delicately. She's like, this fairy godmother gave me 12 hours to fucking do this curse to make me look beautiful. Right? Took 3 hours to get here with the horse. Used to be a dog. He's trying to sniff shit. Now I have glass slippers. If I touch a pebble, it shatters. I have to walk extra careful.
Yeah.
I've wasted 7 hours of this 12-hour thing. And now I gotta wait 2 hours to dance in line with this motherfucker. by the time he's like, oh, you look magnificent. You know what it took to get me here? You know what happened to get me here? Right? He dances with her, and she's like, shit, time to go. He's like, but I've only been dancing for 12 minutes. Motherfucker, I've been fucking doing this shit forever. I gotta go. You see me in my rags, right? My carriage is a pumpkin. It's gonna fall apart. Cinderella has it so rough. She has got it the worst. Out of all the Disney princesses, Cinderella has it the worst. Cinderella has to go through shit to get her knight in shining armor. Like, what does Snow White do? She meets some fucking dwarves, and she's automatically a princess. Right? What does Sleeping Beauty do? She goes to sleep for a little bit. She wakes up, she's a princess. Cinderella has to go through hell. And just by the grace of God, she's a princess. Right? What does Ariel gotta do? She takes her fish legs and make real legs? How hard is that? Cinderella is gonna walk on glass high heels. Hardest princess in the show business.
Jesus Christ, you're right.
I'm telling you.
Oh man.
I went on a tangent of Cinderella. Did not see that coming.
That was the Thomas story time.
Anyways.
And then the full little short on his
Cinderella.
Yeah. Tom tells Cinderella.
I just love that movie, and I feel so bad for that chick.
He's very passionate about Cinderella.
I just feel so bad for her. I mean, she had to go through hell. And she still barely made it through that movie. She barely made it through that movie. She skated by. Luckily, she had one glass slipper left that didn't break. Like, what if that thing would have crashed?
How did she still have it? Oh, no, he had it.
He had it. And then they break it because the stepmother trips them.
She had the other one.
And she has the other one.
Why the fuck did she have the other one? The magic went away.
That was the only thing that the magic preserved.
So
Everything
maybe the mouse blew it. They blew the glass slippers.
No, it was the fairy godmother who did it. No, it was the fairy godmother who did it. But she gave her a time frame. But she gave her
inconsistent fucking magic, fairy godmother.
I mean,
everything disappears but your shoes.
To me,
uncomfortable shoes.
No, because everything else got transformed. So everything else was transformed. The slippers were the only thing that was tangible of the magic. So everything else was transformed. Her shoes,
maybe.
She didn't. Her slippers that she was wearing didn't turn into glass slippers. Yeah. She gave them you know what I'm saying? But I'm telling you, hardest working woman at Disney, Cinderella. Give that lady her props.
Oh shit! So
yeah, I mean, there's a lot of top 10s of Disney. I mean, I could probably put out 30 movies in my top 10.
Yeah.
And that's only animation. Like I said, we only really touched on animation tonight.
Yeah. That's true.
Do you want to dive more into it, or do you want to? 6 minutes.
Yeah, we should probably just be done.
All right, so
I'm cool with being done. We can come back to Disney.
That was basically Tom ranting about Disney. I gave Joe a couple shots. I tried to talk to him, but that's basically our top 10 of Disney animation. Animation. This is not Disney films, because there's so many films of Disney. You got live action films that are fucking phenomenal. They've done.
I need to do my research. I don't know.
Invincible. Mark Wahlberg. That's a great one. War Horse. Tobey Maguire. I think it's War Horse. That's a good one. Remember the Titans? That's a Disney movie.
I have seen that one.
Pirates of the Caribbean.
Oh, okay.
All of those Disney movies. Those live actions.
Darby O'Gill and Little People. Live action.
Yes! Yes! Darby O'Gill and Little People, yes. Dude, that's a deep cut. Deep cut. If you don't know who Darby O'Gill and Little People are, go look it up. You'll love Leprechauns the rest of your life. And you'll be like, I got one in a bag! Because that's basically it. Pete's Dragon, that's another one.
Oh, yeah.
Fucking, a lot of good. So, next time we talk about Disney, it's probably going to be live action.
Yeah.
Or Pixar. or the CG part. But we talk animation, hand-drawn tonight, ladies and gentlemen. So this was Drunk of the Sun with Joe and Tom and Joe. Whatever. So check us out. If you like us, subscribe. If you don't, whatever. We can talk to anybody anyways. So Drunk of the Sun, the podcast about anything and everything under the sun. Peace.
See ya.
I didn't see that coming. Thanks for tuning in to Drunk of the Sun. This is Joe and Tom.
Thanks for watching. Thanks to everybody. Like and subscribe.
Thank you all for subscribing and liking from Drunk on the Sun, the podcast about everything and anything under the sun. So check us out on YouTube, Facebook, Spotify, Instagram. We're posting new shit every week. See ya.